Wednesday, August 18th, 2021, Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. Today we're going to look at how a big American software company by the name of Palantir has bought just over $50 million worth of physical gold in 100-ounce bars. Palantir, they're heavily involved with the U.S. defense and intelligence department. It was co-founded by Peter Thiel, who's also the chairman of Palantir. He was, of course, the founder or co-founder of PayPal. Before we look into that though, just a quick rundown on the economic data. Yesterday, retail sales came out down 1.1%. It was expected down 0.3%. So another weak number for the U.S. economy added to the consumer confidence data that we've seen that have been very weak. The Michigan number last week. Yes, industrial production and manufacturing production were higher than expected yesterday. But as a whole, I think the economies of the world are weakening. There's a lot of uncertainties, as I spoke about yesterday, with the shipping situation and the supply chain situation, and also continued rising prices. We saw today CPI for the UK, which is a measure of prices, and it came out lower than expected at 2% annualized. Do you really think that we've only had 2% inflation in the UK? Well, I don't think so. The number is heavily doctored. But more importantly, the number that used to be used up until maybe 20 years ago, a number that is still published but not covered, is the retail price index. That was up almost 4%. It was up 3.8. It was expected 3.5. So no improvement, I would say, in the price situation, even in the UK. They can keep trying to hide the inflation. And why do they do that? Well, so that they can keep rates low at zero almost and keep inflating. But the people who are going to get hurt, of course, are investors in the fiat currency, people who hold paper money. So back to Palantir. This story came out yesterday. I've got an article here from FX Empire. It says Palantir Technologies hoards physical gold to protect against shocks. It says Palantir has also paved the way for customers to pay for its software using the precious metals. So not only have they bought physical gold to protect themselves from shocks, they're also allowing customers or clients to pay in gold or precious metals. So it's quite interesting. Let's go through the article here. It says Palantir Technologies may be known as a data mining company, but it is digging for more than just information. So data mining, that's what they do. The company is hoarding gold bars in anticipation of another black swan event. According to a Bloomberg report, Palantir has doled out more than $50 million for gold and could be eyeing digital gold, Bitcoin too. You may not agree with that description of Bitcoin, but I'm just going through the article. Palantir provides software to intelligence and defense institutions as well as to commercial entities. Now the company has also paved the way for its customers to pay for the software using the precious metal. They previously added support for Bitcoin amid a push for non-traditional currencies, which, according to COO Shyam Sankar, cited by Bloomberg, reflects more of a worldview, getting away from the US dollar, I guess. The report goes on to state that customers have yet to take Palantir up on its offer and pay for software with a store of value asset. I would say that it's money, really, such as gold or Bitcoin just yet. Meanwhile, the company has been scooping up gold bars as a hedge against any disasters. Some of the details were revealed in the company's latest 10Q filing with the US SEC. In the document, Palantir documented how it invested in 100-ounce gold bars earlier this month. The company will store the physical bars at a secure third-party facility located in the northeastern U.S. and will have access to the precious metal as needed as long as it provides adequate notice. So it looks like it's allocated metal that they have, and they've got it with a third party. I've always encouraged people, depending on their circumstances, to have physical gold and silver as close as possible to their physical person, of course. But I've also talked about Glint, which is a company that provides storage services for gold. They also provide an app, GlintPay App, so that you can buy gold and store it with them in an allocated account, physical gold, in a private vault or Brink's vault in Switzerland. And they give you the wherewithal as well to spend that gold. They provide you with a MasterCard. Outside the US, with Glint, you can also use a peer-to-peer function called Glinted, where you can send gold as quickly as you send someone a text to someone else, of course, who has that Glint app. I think that function will be coming online in the US. I'm not sure if they are providing that yet. So if you want to look at Glint, go below in the description of my video and look at the details there. I have a referral code with them, Mario Glint 79. So that's pretty interesting. I thought that Palantir is using gold really as a currency and as store of value money. I've been telling people that for years here on the channel, that gold, in my opinion, is going to become more and more important. And when I talk about this, I'm not trying to forecast the fiat price of gold, because that could become irrelevant if we have a currency crisis and currencies like the dollar and all the major fiat currencies collapse. People will need to learn how to trade with gold and know things like the weight that they're going to trade versus the amount of other goods and services that they're going to get with it. So this is more of a, store of value asset, as FX Empire or Bloomberg says it. I call it real money. The other thing I would say, Palantir is probably not the first company to do this. Maybe there are other private companies out there. I know that Texas as well, I think it was the University of Texas, they've bought physical gold. I think this could be just the beginning. We're going to see a lot more companies like Palantir do the same thing. And I think it's just the beginning. Maybe, yes, maybe I've been early because I started just this channel in early 2016, and I've been saying all these things all along. So now to the markets. It's almost 9 a.m. London time. So where are we this morning? We've got spot gold at $17.91. It's up about $5. Range has been $17.94 to $17.84. We got silver up 12 cents or 0.5% at 23.76. Range has been 23.84 to 23.62. We've got the Dow future down 76 points. The NASDAQ is down 13 and the S&P is down 6. Yesterday, the markets were down quite significantly intraday. I think the Dow was down almost 500 points at one point, but it managed, of course, to rebound and close down about 280, I think. So to the currencies now, we got sterling unchanged at 173.44. We got the euro up slightly at 117.25. Dollars unchanged versus the yen at 109.59. And the dollar is down 0.8% versus the yuan at 648.28. I noticed that the Australasian the Kiwi dollar and the Aussie dollar were down significantly yesterday. This morning, the Aussie dollar is up slightly at 72.56. The dollar is down slightly versus the Canadian dollar at 126.18. And the Kiwi dollar is unchanged right now at 69.14 versus the US dollar. The general commodities, we've got WTI crude up 0.5% at 66.61, and high-grade copper up 0.5% as well at 422.45. And to finish off, we've got the 10-year yield unchanged at 1.26%. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Please share it far and wide. Think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't yet. And you can also follow me on Rumble, Twitter, Facebook, and all these other platforms below here. I wish you all a great day. Take care. Bye.